Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Fiji Musician here, coming at you today with measures number 34 through 38 of Howl's Moving Castle Merry-Go-Round of Life. We're making great progress on the song so far. If this is your first video with me, please do go back and watch the existing videos for this song. Measures 1 through 34 are already out there. And just take some time, get familiar with those before coming back to this video. If you've been following along with all of the other videos, congratulations on making it this far. We're going to dive right into these measures today. If you'll look in the top left-hand corner, you'll see the notes that we'll be playing in today's lesson. We've got C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, and B. Alright, a couple of things about today's music. If you'll take a look at the music in the top right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see there's an MF, which is mezzo forte. That means we're going to be playing moderately loud when we start in measure 34. And in measure 35, we've got a crescendo. It looks like a less than symbol, a really big less than symbol. That means we're going to get louder as the measure progresses. And then in measure number 36, you'll notice we have an F, which stands for forte, which means loud. So we're going from mezzo forte to forte, moderately loud to loud, and we're going to use measure number 35 to sort of move from that or to make that transition. You'll also see in measure number 37 we're going to be getting a little softer in that measure, sort of going down. That's a decrescendo. That means to slowly get a little bit softer throughout the measure. And I think those are all the markings that we have. There's a couple sharps. You'll see G sharp and F sharp in these measures. And if you recall, a sharp is just the note immediately to the right, or 1/2 step above the normal note. So a G is here, a G sharp is the black note right to the right. A is here, A sharp's here, F is here, F sharp is here. So that's the general idea with sharps. So take some time, get familiar with the notes and where they're at. And then come on back to this spot. We'll get started with the right hand. You'll notice there's a little 2 above the G sharp in measure number 34. That means we're going to be playing that with our pointer finger. So it's going to sound like 1, 2, 3. So you'll notice that very first G sharp is a half note, which means it gets 2 beats, 1, 2. And then we have another G sharp, which is a quarter note, which gets a single beat. So we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And remember, we're coming in moderately loud. So give yourself room, a little bit of room to get louder as we go. Measure number 35, we're still going to have our pointer finger on G sharp. Our third finger is on A. Our fourth finger is on B. Our fifth finger is on C. So this is 35 and 36. And remember, we're going to have a crescendo in this measure, so we're going to be getting louder. That's the idea. Let's count it. Those are all quarter notes in measure 35, so they get exactly 1 beat. 1, 2, 3. Measure 36, that is a dotted half note, which gets 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. So together is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Take a look at measure number 37. We have a decrescendo that'll mostly be with the left hand, since the right hand is simply holding the note. We have a half note that is still on C, and it's tied to the C from measure number 36. That means we don't play it again, but we will be holding it for 2 beats. A half note gets 2 beats. So measure number 36 is 1, 2, 3. 37 is 1, 2, rest. So let's play 34 through 37. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, rest. And then measure number 38, your pointer finger will be right here on the G. You want to move it down to the F sharp. and you'll do the same thing 1, 2, 3. You notice this looks very similar to measure number 34. It's the same melodic idea, except we're just moving from a G sharp to an F sharp. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, great job, guys. Let's do all 34 through 38 with the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, 3. All right, now let's do it and let's focus on the dynamic. So come in mezzo forte, crescendo a little louder in 35, decrescendo a little softer in 37. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So obviously in 37, once again, you can't decrescendo there. We'll be doing that with the right hand. But in 38, you can come in a little bit softer. Fantastic. So the left hand, let's go through that. You'll have your fifth finger, your pinky finger on E, down here. And you'll notice the first note in 34 with the left hand is an E, and it's a dotted half note. And as we mentioned earlier, a dotted half note gets how many beats? Yep, that's correct. Assuming you got it. It gets 3 beats. So a half note gets 2 beats, a dotted half note gets 3 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 34 and 35. With your pinky, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then measure 36, you'll notice we're playing an A. Your third finger is currently on G, so you're just going to make a conscious effort to move it up to that A, which will require you to just slide that middle finger up ever so slightly. In 36, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You'll notice in 36 on the left hand, we have a half note followed by a quarter note, which we've seen that pattern before with the right hand in measure 34 and measure 38. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's do 34 through 36. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, measure 37. A, B, C. It's just right up the scale. A, B, C, A, B, C. These are all 3 quarter notes, so they all get 1 beat. And we're doing a decrescendo, so we want to get a little bit softer as we play. So let's do 34 through 37. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Final note with the left hand is going to be a dotted half note D. So your pinky needs to come all the way down to the D. You're going to hold that for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, left hand 34 through 38. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so make sure you have a really solid grasp on the right hand by itself and the left hand by itself. And we're going to combine these together and make sure that we can play them at the same time. So be patient with yourself here. Once again, this is always the trickiest part when you put them together. We'll count it out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Softer. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's do it again. Remember, start out mezzo forte. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Louder. 2, 3. Softer. 1, 2, 3. And one more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, wonderful work, guys. Play that until you get it nice and solid. Next video, we'll be going through 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43. And then we'll be wrapping it up with 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49. And this song will be completed, and you will have a brand new song under your belt. What a great accomplishment. Remember the 20-mile march, which is a story about a hiker who, it's a long story. Google it if you want, but it's two hikers. One who some days goes 50 miles, some days goes 0 miles, some days goes 2 miles, and another hiker who consistently only goes 20 miles a day, even if they're feeling like they want more. And that one actually succeeds. So the moral of that story is to just take it a little bit at a time, take it day by day. You have a little bit more time than you think. There's no rush. So let these things saturate. Let it keep you in a good headspace. Don't get stressed about it. Remember, piano is a journey. And every day you sit down and do one little video with me, you get a little bit better. With that, let's play up until measure number 38. So you should be able to play all this at this point. All right, and that's where we're at. That is a lot of music, guys. So once again, congratulations. Leave me any comments, questions. Hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.